There are a couple of tools I think should be available on every single device of its kind. Every device with a screen should be able to become an external monitor using a video in connection. And every device with a camera should have the option to connect and become controllable on any other device. As much as I don't like Apple as a company, I think they are the only ones that provide a similar service. Your iPhone can become a webcam with continuity camera, and your iPad can become an external monitor through Sidecar. Some older iMacs had this second feature built in too, so if you have a pre-5K iMac lying around, you might still have a decent external monitor without even knowing it. You still need to be using macOS on the primary device though, before you thought that Apple had been too generous. But what if you don't want to be locked into the Apple prison forever and ever, amen? Well, unfortunately, most devices just don't have this functionality. The USB-C port on my Tab S8 Plus supports video out for Samsung DeX, but not video in for it to be used as an external monitor. And the port on my phone has no means of communicating its camera feed to be displayed and managed by my computer, for instance. I think we rely on wireless networks too much as it is. A cable will always beat a signal as far as reliability is concerned. But currently, the only way to get these functions on any device is via networks. For external monitors, I have found no good solutions. They are all either closed source or really laggy and horribly unintuitive. If you know of any good open source options, please let me know in the comments. For using a device as a webcam, however, there is a decent open source solution, VDO Ninja. It takes video and audio from any device with a camera, a microphone and a browser, and sends that data to any other device with an internet connection. Being browser-based, anybody can use it, and it's pretty straightforward to get started with, but it also has very extensive documentation and granular options if you need to customize your experience further. It integrates really well into OBS for streamers and YouTubers. All you have to do is copy this URL and paste it into a browser source in OBS, and there you go. You can now use this as a virtual camera for pretty much any video conferencing app out there. Even better though, VDO Ninja allows you to create a room just like any video conferencing app and invite anybody with the URL and the password to enter the chat. So if you have, for example, a guest for a podcast or somebody you want to interview remotely, this gives you much less latency than Zoom or Teams with a far easier way of ensuring better video and audio quality. You don't even need to use OBS, you can just record yourself and the guest straight from the browser. There are so many more settings to fiddle with and parameters to change, so I'll link the documents in the description if you want to have a look through those and have a more thorough exploration on what VDO Ninja can do. This isn't going to beat out a mirrorless camera in terms of quality, but it's way better than the awful quality and the nostril cam that most laptop webcams give you. But should we need to do this? At least for the webcam use case? I don't think so. I think it makes perfect sense that we should have the option to use an old device with a decent screen as an external monitor. Even though I've shown you VDO Ninja, how much more simple would it be to just plug in a cable, click a toggle in your settings, and have your phone's camera feed show up and be controlled by a laptop? We have the technology to do this, we just need more people to be vocal about what we actually want implemented into our devices. These things are powerful, but are hampered by a lack of innovation and imagination. So stop celebrating pointless spec bumps. Stop accepting personalised AI emojis as a reasonable software update from $1 billion company. Stop accepting that you, the customer, should be treated as a beta tester for half-finished software. Stop buying monthly subscriptions for software that doesn't meaningfully update anything for years on end. Stop accepting that a good user experience means you have to give up your privacy. And to the tech companies, it's simple. Just make what is actually useful, and we might be inclined to buy what you're selling. Solo developers can make incredibly useful tools like VDO Ninja without venture capital and advertising shoved in anywhere that fits. Why can't you? And as usual, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.